You know, a while ago, the last song we did, a friend of mine, Charles Welch, and I took the killing out of that song and let him run the joker off and tell his baby she had to go too, you know. But in this one, they couldn't change it because of the way the story went. It's called Frankie and Johnny. I learned it from Jimmy Rogers, and everybody just about that's ever played folk, bluegrass, or whatever knows this song. Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. Oh, how they did love. They swore to be true to each other, true as the stars above. Lord, he was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Little Frankie, she was a good girl. Everybody ought to know. She paid, I think it was $300 for her Johnny a new suit of clothes. Lord, she loved that boy, but he was doing her wrong. All right, Richard. She had the blues, son. Frankie went down on the corner to get her a cool glass of beer, and she says, bartender, would you tell me, has my love and Johnny been here? Have you seen my man? I think he's doing me wrong. He said, I ain't gonna tell you no story, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I saw your Johnny about an hour ago with a gal named Nellie Bly, and I see your boy, woo, he may be doing you wrong. What do you think, Sam? Little Frankie peeped over the transom, and there, to her surprise, she saw old Johnny sitting down there on the cot, making love to Miss Nellie Bly. Oh, God, she's seen it all, woo, and he was doing her wrong. Frankie jerked back her kimono, and she whipped out a little 44. She shot him down, he fell on the hardwood floor. Oh, she hurt him bad, he was doing her wrong. Let me pick one. Turn me over, Frankie. Oh, honey, turn me over slow. Please don't you touch my wounded side. My heart's gonna overflow. You done killed your man, but I was doing you wrong. You can roll out the rubber-tired buggy, bring out the rubber-tired hack. They're gonna take my man to the graveyard, ain't never gonna break him back. Lord, I shot my man and I killed him, but he was doing me wrong. Let's jam one, boy. Story has no moral, story ain't got no end. It only goes to prove to the gals there's no darn good in some men. I shot my man because he done me wrong. We won't do it now. Sam in the key of F on this. We'll cheat. We'll cheat. We'll put the capos on and play it in E anyhow. We'll make Sam play an F. Now that's one thing Sam thinks is against religion is to put a capo on that little box he's got right there. He does it the hard way.
That will not do, Duckwater.
You're like Chet was by playing the guitar to somebody. But I mentioned the capo to Chet, and he said, "That's fine, Doc. Sometimes I use them too." That's what he said. There's a man I miss now, I tell you.
Me too.
He was wasn't a mentor, but he was an idol when I was learning the guitar. Only thing is, I think he had either 6 or 7 fingers on his left hand and about at least one more on the right hand when he got to picking right good. Sliding Delta I always thought of it as a riverboat. I don't know, it might have been a train, but John Hurt did a little song about that. And his little sweetie thought he was trying to get away from her, and all that time he was wanting her to go with him. He got into some trouble, and they hadn't quite caught him yet, and he wanted to get away, and he wanted her to go with him. Sliding Delta, she run right by my door. Gonna leave here, honey, don't you want to go? Daddy, sweet daddy, you got rambling on your mind. You just want to go and leave me here behind. Sliding Delta, she run right by my door. Gonna leave here, baby, don't you want to go? Baby, all things ain't that way. Trouble found me, and honey, I can't stay. Easy rider, don't you see what you have done? You made me love you, and now you on the run. Sliding Delta, she run right by my door. Gonna leave here, honey, don't you want to go? All right, Sam. I picked up my suitcase, and then my baby cried, "Wait, sweet daddy, I gotta go by your side." Sliding Delta, she run right by my door. Gonna leave here, baby, don't you wanna go? Get it, Richard? Gonna leave here, baby, don't you want to go? Sammy and Richard both. This way that boat sounded, she went on down the river. He didn't play them at that speed quite. You know, John Hurt come up with a lot of good songs. Me and Sam and Jack will do another one of them later on. Richard, let's do him one of them tear-jerking ballads that got recorded during the folk revival. People love some of them sad and lonesome songs. Mr. Pat Boone, he got on the bandwagon for a little piece and recorded a folk song or two, and this is one of the ones he recorded. You know, several of the big band people liked to get their finger in the pie a little bit as long as that came along. That folk scene was pretty big at one time. That's what helped me get started. I don't know what the devil they wanted with me, but I got out there and jumped into it. Glad I did, Sam.
So's the rest of the world, Doc.
This is called Moody River. It's in G, Sam. Last night, Moody River, your muddy water took my baby's life. Play one, Sam. Chuck wouldn't let you play on it.
No.
That'd burn his hide. Oh, he had to stick that piano in there. He didn't hurt it none, but he should have let Sam fiddle the end of it, doggone it. I was a grumbling at Chuck Cochran. Some of you folks know him. Tell him what I said. Now what else would you like to do? Yeah, why don't we do that? A fellow named Coco Arnold wrote this next song, and it's my sister Ethel said, "Who was he singing about his wife and calling her a milk cow?" I said, "I don't know who he was singing about, but it's a good blues song." and I called her a sweet little Jersey cow, so I guess I'm guilty of some kind of warped notion or another. But it's a good blues, no kidding. Well, I woke up this morning, I looked out my door, thought I heard my milk cow, I can tell her where she low. If you see my milk cow, won't you please drive her on home? Ain't had no milk and butter since my sweet little Jersey cow got gone. Come back here, you sweet short thing, you. Well, now you gotta treat me right, woman, day by day, and get out that little prayer book, get down on your knees and pray, 'cause you're gonna need, woo, you're gonna need old Sam's help someday. Well, you're gonna be sorry you went and treated poor old Doc such a dirty, low-down, rotten way. I'm gonna pick first this time, Richard. Sail on, little gal, down that old evil road you're going down, sail on. Hey, mama, what makes you leave your man all alone? You gonna come in some morning, gal, old hard-working daddy, he's gonna be gone. What do you think about that, Sam? good evening. Don't that old sun look good going down? Well, yes it do. Don't that sun look good going down? And don't that bed look lonesome when she don't bring her sweet self around? Watch me, boys. I've tried everything, baby, to get along with you. I'm gonna tell you, gal, just what I'm bound to do, Lord. I'm gonna stop this ball and gonna leave you all alone. You just gonna be wondering, honey, where the devil old Richard's gone. I'll make it suffer some. I've tried everything, baby, to get along with you. I'm gonna tell you, gal, just what I'm bound to do. I'm gonna stop this ball and gonna leave you all alone. You're just gonna be wondering, woman, where in the world this old boy's gone?
Yeah, baby.
That blues, damn it.
Got the blues now, Doc.
Yeah. Oh, we can do that. That's in the key of E. I bet Sam will want to pick mandolin on this. Homer and Jethro like to poke a little fun at a lot of different songs. Hank Snow had a song called "Moving On," and Homer and Jethro decided they'd poke a little fun at it and have some fun with it, and they did something called "Move It On" number 2 or whatever it was they called it. I remember once, Sam, I was standing in a little dressing room area at Elkin, West Virginia, and we were doing a festival up there. And Michael and Merle and I had come off the stage, and I was standing leaning up against the wall, cooling off. Lord, it was hot on that stage. And Jethro was there. I think his son was there with him. When they finished, he come off the stage and bounded off just as happy as if he was a 20-year-old, and come and leaned up and bumped my shoulder and leaned up against the wall and said, "Whew, Doc, we've got to stick together. There ain't many of us left." My old tomcat got to feeling mean, and then he caught his tail in the sewing machine. He's a moving on. He done left home. He ripped a stitch when he hit the ditch. He's a moving on. We hired a man to work on our car, and he took hold of a spark plug wire. Now he's moving on. Yes, he's moving on. He turned it loose when he felt the juice. He's a moving on. Take it, Sam. Hound dog, he was a feeling fine until he fell in a barrel of turpentine. Now he's moving on. Woo! Yes, he's moving on. He went through the gate like an 88. He's a moving on. Richard hit the blues, huh? I bet that dog had him. An old boy that came from the city, and he picked up a little striped kitty. Now he's moving on. Yes, he's moving on. We held our nose while he buried his clothes. He's moving on. John, he got clean when he fell into the washing machine. He's a moving on. He's a moving on. Oh, well, he just couldn't straddle at that barn paddle. He's a moving on. Let's do If I Were a Carpenter. Okay. We will do you a gospel, but I don't have the tenor half of that here, and I don't think I wouldn't embarrass Sam. I asked him to do the harmony on that when we haven't rehearsed it.
Thank you, Doc.
I know how that feels. I've been put through that mill a time or two. Tim Hardin wrote a mighty pretty little song way back there in the 60s. The late Tim Hardin put this together. Bobby Goldsboro had a big old hit on it, and Richard and I did an album called Third Generation Blues. I don't know whether there's any more of those CDs out there or not, Richard, but if you're interested in this, you might look. There may be some left. I know we brought a few. And If I Were a Carpenter, well, it's just one of my favorite love songs out of the folk era. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? Or if I were a miller and a mill wheel grinding, would you miss your colored blouse and your soft shoes shining? Save my love from loneliness, save my love from sorrow. I've given you my loneliness, give me your tomorrow. If I were a tinker, would you come and find me? Would you carry the things I'd made? Would you follow behind me? Or if I worked my hands in wood, would you still love me? Can you answer me? Yes, I would. Or would you be above me? Save my love from loneliness, save my love from sorrow. I've given you my loneliness, give me your tomorrow. I've given you my loneliness, give me your tomorrow. He always wants my opinion, and he's as good a better tuner than I am. Doggone him. I ain't kidding you. You're getting real good at that. Says he's still got one good ear. He did too much target practicing a long time back and kind of deafened one of them a little bit.
Yeah,
He's not dangerous. He just...
You shouldn't throw up beer balls and shoot them with a 357. Without ear protection,
Sam,
anyway.
what would you like to pick on that banjo?
You tell me.
Get old some kind of... Oh. I was trying to think of a Bill Monroe blues.
Bluegrass stomp.
I might can do that, son. I ain't done it in a month or so. Yeah. Richard, when you hear a turn around or two or three of this, you'll be able to pick something.
I just need to know what key it's in.
D.
Key a dog.
Okay.
Now let me pick one. Oh, get it, Sam. One more, son. I'll have it.
You are good on that guitar back there.
You're good enough man. I won't call you Bill, though.
You can call me anything you want.
Yeah, and the key of, I think I'll do it in the key of D, Richard. K pulled up. That'll be an easy one. Sam, this is a not a real good picking tune. It's just a gospel. I usually close this half with a gospel right here, and you boys can fool around with some pretty notes on it. And I started out kind of free time. This will kind of take the place of what would you give in exchange for a soul. It's a different kind of a song of reverence and praise to the good Lord that we need all the time when we get to hurting real bad. When the storms of life are raging, stand by me. When the storms of life are raging, stand by me. When the world is tossing me like a ship upon the sea, Thou who rules the wind and waters, stand by me. In the midst of tribulation, stand by me. Through my trials and temptations, stand by me. When the host of hell assail and my strength begins to fail, thou who never lost a battle, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, stand by me. When I've done the best I can and my friends don't understand, thou who knowest all about me, stand by me. Pick one, Sam. When I'm growing old and feeble, stand by me. When I'm growing old and feeble, stand by me. When my life becomes a burden and I'm nearing chilly Jordan, oh, thou lily of the valley, stand by me, stand by me. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, buddy. Take a bow, son. Sounds to me like it.
All right. We're going to do a Grandpa Jones tune. Train song. We need train songs. It's a law.
Absolute law.
It's called Eastbound Freight Train. I've never been so lonesome for my hometown. Seems I never was so far away. Now I can hear that freight train blowing. I'll be gone before the break of day. I'll have to quit my daily rambling. So tonight I'm gonna start my journey back. Sitting on the top of an old boxcar, sailing down that silvery stream of track. Eastbound freight train, take me home again. Eastbound freight train,
Let it go.
let me stay till the end. I'll never stray far from my hometown. I'll never leave again to roam. I know that I was born to wander, but I'm gonna stick around my home. I can see the smoke rolling out of that old smokestack, sitting on the top of an old boxcar, sailing down that silvery stream of track. Eastbound freight train, take me home again. Eastbound freight train, let me stay till the end. Train, take me home again. Eastbound freight train, let me stay till the end. Let me stay till the end. Thank you.
Them string strings have settled down.
Well, let's see here, fellas. Why don't we do If I Should Wander Back Tonight? Play that capo way up there on that neck.
Yeah, I'll put it way up there, but I don't know if I'll finger pick it or not. I'll think about it while you talk about this song.
Well, okay. Let's see. What can I say about this song? It's a Flat and Scruggs song that I learned a lot of years ago. Basically, it's really country poetry at its finest. The lyrics on this tune. All of I Should Wander Back Tonight.
I believe I will do the finger pick song.
Okay, well, that's good.
But you got to lead it off.
All right.
I ain't gonna start it.
I'll start it.
I'll run it for you if you do. That's a good old word, run. Yeah.
Probably already learned.
That's a Maybell mode there.
For many years I've been a rolling stone, my darling. Like a gypsy, I have rolled from place to place. Fortune never came to me, but how happy I would be just to look again upon your smiling face. If I should wander back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love's own tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to have me, dear? Would you love me if I'd wander back tonight? When budding flowers lend their fragrance to the springtime, I recall the roses twining round your door. Fancy that I hope astray, I seem to hear you say that you love me as you did in days of yore. If I should wander back tonight, would you be waiting? Let your eyes be filled with love's own tender light. Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to have me, dear? Would you love me if I'd wander back tonight? Last night I dreamed that you and I were back together. I held your hand so gently in my own. Then you said we'd never find myself alone. If I should walk back tonight, would you be waiting? Would your eyes be filled with love's own tender light? Would your arms be empty, dear? Would you thrill to have me near? Would you love me if I'd wander back tonight? Thank you.
You leaned back and sung that, did you, son? Or did you
I
sing
squalled
it,
it.
or sung it?
Squalled it out there.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to finger pick that.
We'll do that.
Well, I put the cheater up there. Make Me Down a Pallet's that other John Hurt song I was talking about a minute ago that we'd probably play on this last half of the set. Uh-oh. Got to do a remedy for that, Sam. That won't work. So somebody stuck a sheet of paper under that string. That's better. Good old flat picks. If I told Jack a while ago it's a good mind to throw them away, and then I've decided I can't do that. Down a pallet on your floor. Make me down a pallet on your floor. Honey, make it down, make it soft and low. And then baby, my good gal, she won't know. I'm going up the country through that sleet and snow. Going up the country through that sleet and snow. I'm going up the country through that sleet and snow. Ain't no telling just how far I'll go. I'll get breakfast here and dinner in Tennessee. Get breakfast here and dinner in Tennessee. Gonna get my breakfast here, get my dinner in Tennessee. Told you I was a-coming, so you better look for me. Pick it, Sam. Take it, Jack. Now you know that I can't lay down on your bed. Honey, I can't lay down on your bed. Sweet thing, I can't lay down across your pretty bed. 'Cause my good woman, she might kill me dead. And don't you let my good gal catch you here. Hey, don't you let my good gal catch you. If you do, she may shoot you. She might cut and stab you too. God, no telling what that woman might do. Make me down a pallet on your floor. Make me down a pallet on your floor. Honey, make it down, make it soft and low. And then make it good till she won't know. Back and shoulders tired. Hey, the way I've been sleeping, my back and shoulders tired. The way I've been asleep in my back and shoulders tired. Think I'll try on the side. Oh, make me down a pallet on your floor. Hey, make me down a pallet on your floor. Honey, make it down, make it soft and low. And then maybe my girl, she won't know. Some country counterpoint, Jack. You too, Sam. Hey, the pallet on your floor. Hey, won't you make me down a pallet on your floor? Honey, make it over, close behind that door. Make it where your good man will never go. one little preacher tale here I got to tell, and let everybody's hands rest a minute. There was a. This is a pretty good one. You hadn't heard this one. You may have, but a long time ago. There was 3 fellows fishing on a little boat out in the bay, a little piece from the pier, and or a lake anyway. They were fishing, and there was a priest, a Presbyterian preacher, and a Baptist preacher, and they were doing real good, catching a lot of fish, and they were taking turns going back to the pier and getting the bait. And the priest's turn came first, and he gets up and steps off the boat and walks right across the water to the pier and gets the bait and brings it back. And that Baptist looked at him wide-mouthed and wide-eyed and said under his breath, "What faith?" Well, a little while it was the Presbyterian's turn, and he got up and walked across the water and got the bait and come back and sat down, and he said under his breath, "Man, if they can do this, I believe I can." Well, when it come the Baptist fellow's turn, he got up and stepped off the boat and went under, and they grabbed him by the hands and pulled him back up on the boat and said, the priest looked at the Presbyterian fellow and smiled and said, "Should we tell him where the posts are?" When you think you're perfect, try walking on water. It wouldn't work, would it, say?
Not for me.
Huh?
Not for me.
Jack, what you got in your head here, son? Let's do Buffalo Bill. By golly, what you're thinking, I'll think
All
of.
right. Got one.
I think Sam helped Merle and I record this a long time ago on an album called the Blues Album. Am I right? Let me see just a minute, Sam. All right, Donald, now behave. Riding an eastbound freight train, speeding through the night. He was just a lonesome hobo who was fighting for his life. The sadness in his eyes revealed the torture of his soul as he raised a weak and weary hand to brush away the cold. Oh, 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 oh. No warm lights flickered round him, no blankets there to fold. Nothing but the howling wind and the driving rain so cold. Then he heard a whistle blowing in a dreamy kind of way, and the hobo seemed contented, for he smiled there where he lay. Oh, 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 Billy. Outside the rain was falling on that lonely boxcar door, while the little form of Hobo Bill lay still on the floor. As the train sped through the darkness and the raging storm outside, no one knew that Hobo Bill was taking his last ride. Oh, 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 oh. when they raised the hobo's head. The smile still lingered on his face, but Hobo Bill was dead. There was no mother's longing to soothe his weary soul, 'cause he was just a hobo who had died out in the cold. Oh, 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 You want let Sam announce this, or you announce it? I'm going to pick. Sam, talk about this song, Sam.
Doc, you don't want me to talk on the mic.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Like Matt A.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. I'm a-fixin' to sing. Actually, this is an old, I would have first learned this tune from Bill Monroe, but when I heard Doc Watson do it when I was a boy, I realized that there was different ways you could do this tune, so I've been influenced by Doc and jug band people and different people do the song this way. So, here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was in the spring, one sunny day, Lord, my good guy left me. She went away. Now she's gone. I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. Called me in Dallas, El Paso. She said, now come home, Daddy. Lord, I need you so. Now she's gone. I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. She was the cause of it all. Now she's gone. I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. How you feeling, Doctor?
You don't like my peaches out of my tree. Get out of my orchard, let my peaches be. Now she's gone, I don't worry. Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world.
Yeah.
Let's jam one.
Was in the spring, one summer day. Lord, my good guy left me. She went away. Now she's gone. I don't worry. Lord, I'm a sitting on top of the world. Take it to the house. Yeah. Oh,
Let's do an encore. I'd like to do one more tune here, Sam, if you're not too tired. Let's call Richard out and do Working Man Blues. Come on, Richard. Yeah, that's in the key of G. Yes, it is. I won't be in G. I'm going to capo up. Put the cheater on. You can play where you want to, Jack. As long as you're in tune with us. If you can play in, you can play in Q. You can play in Q flat if it matches G. Jack, you're in tune. You don't have to worry about tuning the guitar. Yes, it's warmish. It is. Merle Haggard's long since been a musician, songwriter that I really enjoy listening to. And I've been a fan of old Merle since the first time I heard him on the recordings. Let me tell you all a little fun tale that a brilliant writer in the New York Times, some guy that writes for them, Merle and I appeared in New York at Carnegie Hall with another whole bunch of people and played a good set of music. We thought it was pretty good. And this guy says, last night, Doc Watson with his son Merle Haggard played here in Carnegie Hall. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
He went to school for that, Doc.
I was the one that had to tune a string, Jack. All right, now, Donald, behave. Well, it's a big job just getting by with 9 kids and a wife. Lord, I've been a working man dang near all of my life, and I keep on working. Just as long as my 2 hands are fit to use, yes, I will. Go home to my wife and my young'uns and sing a little bit of these working man blues. I keep my nose to the grindstone just about every day. I might get a little tired on a weekend after I draw my pay, but I go back to working. Monday morning I'm right back with my crew. Go home tired in the evening and sing a little bit of these working men blues. Pick 'em, Sam. Sometimes I think about leaving, I might do a little bumming around. I want to throw my bills out the window, catch a train for another town, but I go back a working. Gonna buy my wife and kids some brand new shoes. Yeah, yes I have. Go home to my wife and my young'uns, sing a little bit of the working man blues. What about you, Richard? Was a working man, he's a working man like me. He never had to stand in the welfare line, and that's one place I'll not be, 'cause I keep on working. As long as these old hands are fit to use. Hey, pick my old guitar in the evening and sing a little bit of these working man blues. All right, Jackson. Oh, pick it, son. I hear you. Yes, it's a big job just getting by with 9 kids and a wife. And Lord, I've been a working man dang near all of my life, and I go back working as long as these old hands are fit to use. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pick my old guitar in the evening and sing a little bit of these working men blues. Let's all pick the last one. Thank you. God bless you and good night.